a special edition of Say What? Filling in for Laura, I'm your guest host and show producer, Deja Shepherd, and via Zoom, I have here with me our operation managers. So I have here our senior RAP relations manager, Jane Lobo, our customer service manager, Judelle D'Souza, and our director of operations, or that senior director of operations, Maria Estrada. I'm so glad that you guys could join today.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I hope y'all are keeping your spirits high while we're all working from home and kind of like in quarantine. I swear if I hear one more nursery rhyme coming from my daughter's room, I'm gonna lose my mind. But other than that, I'm doing all right. So while we're practicing social distancing at home and staying away, we're temporarily going to change the format of the show. Today, I wanted to get all of our managers together just to answer some of the most asked questions coming from our social media, primarily Facebook. So these are the most asked questions for the past week. Wait, what was that?
Vincent,
Quickie duck or something. I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's awesome, actually. So Judelle, I'd like to start with you. Currently, our offices are closed, but we've all been working remotely, of course. Has there been any changes in the way that members can contact us?
There has been, to make it a little bit easier and a quicker way for a member to reach out to us, we have opened up chats again through our website. So if you do have questions and you need a quick answer to, we do have agents available to be able to do that.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So I have another question for you, Judy, and this one's more of a generic one, but I guess a lot of people have been coming to the site since we have more time on our hands. But this one's from Facebook. She asked, how long does it take to switch?
So the sign-up process, it takes about 3 to 5 business days. It all depends on when we also receive usage consumption from the delivery company. It also, the sign-up process, it depends on what type of, well, you mentioned it was a switch. So for a switch, it would take about 3 to 5 business days. When we get your usage, we're going to go ahead and look at your usage profile, figure out what plan best suits you, and then send you email correspondence with the details of the plan that we have enrolled you in.
Okay, so if she signs up Monday and she sends in her bill and information, we should have her already enrolled into another plan by Friday.
Yes, if everything goes accordingly, like I mentioned with getting all the information needed, we would be able to get that switched as soon as Friday.
Okay, all righty. So this next question is for you, Jane. Why do you guys ask if I want to be enrolled in autopay when signing up?
I guess nowadays most of the people are like want to be set up an automatic payment because it's easy. It's very convenient. You don't have to worry about worrying every month if you already pay your bills. I mean, makes your life easier basically.
But what you're saying is they don't have to enroll in autopay.
They don't have to. It's their preference of choice, but we highly recommend it if they, it's rather for them to set up an autopay so they don't have to worry about those kind of stuff monthly.
Okay, and there are certain providers that require autopay, so it just opens you up to more rates, right?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So, Maria, I have another question for you. This is from a Facebook member in Arlington. He asks, if I lose power in the next few weeks, can I contact Energy Ogre to help restore my services?
He could, but for his first point of contact should always be the delivery company, because we would do the same exact thing as he would do. He would just need to contact the delivery company. Sometimes what happens too is that they'll send you text messages letting you know and sending you alerts that the power's out, the restoration time, how many people are affected. So first point of contact will always be the delivery company.
Right, absolutely. Okay. Actually, I have another question from you from Facebook. She writes, can I enroll with you if I'm moving next week? Hashtag bad time to move.
It is bad time to move.
It's actually, believe it or not, aside from all that's happening, this is probably the best time to move. This is probably our busiest season whenever we start seeing pick up on people moving in, moving out. Of course, she could sign up with Energy Ogre as soon as the same day service, as long as she signs up and gives us all of the information that we need, like the square footage of the home and what year it was built. That way it just allows us to predict what the usage is going to be like for that home. As long as she calls us in before like 12 o'clock on that same day, we could always more than likely get her power on or his power on that same day. She can do it as far out as 30 days. So if they already know where they're going in 20, 30 days, they could always sign up today for a 30-day later start.
Okay. And if she enrolls with us in the morning, right? So if it's the same day, it has to be early in the day, right?
Correct. Noon, usually, just because we want to catch, let's just say if it fails or we have to try different providers, or making sure that if there is a deposit or you're a first time power user, all of that will affect in us trying to get a successful enrollment in. So we like to have ourselves a little cushion to be able to get you that power on that same day.
All righty. Okay. And Judy, actually, this next question is for you from a Facebook member in Dallas. He writes, my wife and I have started working from home, along with our daughters having to stay home from school, possibly until the end of the school year. I'm assuming that our usage will significantly increase. Is Energy Ogre monitoring my usage? And if a better plan becomes available, will I be notified?
Yeah, definitely. Energy Ogre does monitor your usage. We actually do it on a regular basis. So what we have is we automatically, when we're scanning the market, we're looking at the rates in the market on a daily basis, as well as we're matching it to see how your usage consumption is. So if we find a rate where the savings from the new rate is going to offset how much is going to cost you to get out of the current plan that you're in, plus you're going to be able to get that money back within the first couple of months of the switching to the new plan, then we present that offer to you automatically by email to let you know, hey, look, this is what we found for you. We think it is worth switching, and then you have the option to choose if you want to go ahead and proceed with that offer that we sent.
Right. Okay. Judy, actually, this next question is for you too. No, actually, this one's for Miss Lobo, Jane. The member writes, last week I received a disconnection notice from my provider, although the payment has been drafted from my account. I believe that they sent me this in error, but when I call them, I can never get anyone on the phone. Can Energy Ogre help me with this?
Of course, I mean, that's part of the service that we offered to our member, that they don't have to deal with it kind of stuff. They just like need to call us every information that they want us to update, any issues that they may have with the providers. Basically, we are the person to reach out to instead of members going direct to the provider, because the long time hold is kind of like sometimes, unbearable to wait. But at
Yeah.
least us, we will handle that in behalf of our members. That's part of our service.
Right, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also important to make sure that Energy Ogre request, we usually set up your online credentials with the provider. But if, let's just say, you change it or you want to use a certain password or anything like that, we do ask that you update that information with us, just for some things like that, hey, look, the payment was drafted and I still got a disconnection notice. We could quickly go into your account, see what's going on. If we cannot find what the problem is, which we usually do, then we go ahead and sit on hold on your behalf to get that problem resolved. But it all starts with the credentials being available for us to be.
Yeah, that is one of the most important thing for us to have that information on hand. I know some members are very hesitant because they're using all same password to all accounts that they have. But I guess the benefit of it is like make things easy for them as also make things easy for us as well. If we can avoid to like reach out to the provider over the phone and we process it online, that would that would be great if we have those information.
Alrighty. So this last question is for all three of you. It writes, Energy Ogre recently shared an article saying that Centerpoint is deferring bill payments. Does this apply to residential and commercial services?
So I can start. Usually, unfortunately, no, it does not apply for commercial customers.
Hmm.
It is only for residential
Hmm.
customers so far. But what it is it's a program that they have put together. And if you're going through hardship, if you've lost your job due to everything that's happening, what will happen is you apply for this program. They go in and they put kind of like a safety net around you that the providers cannot shut your electricity off. You do have to make some payments, but what this program will do is it will go in and kind of help you with some of that cost of a monthly bill for the electricity.
Okay. Okay.
So kind of like what Maria said, just to piggyback on it, and you have to make sure that you're actually applying to get that done,
Hmm.
not just not processing bills. Because I have seen instances where you're missing the balances. If you don't process a bill or you just skip it, it is going to cause you to go without power. So you have to make sure that you are going through the proper channels, applying for the uh, programs. That way you can get the assistance you need.
Okay, so even though they are deferring payments, this doesn't mean to disregard your invoice during this time.
Yes, of
You have to
course.
contact the provider. And of course, if you're with Energy Ogre, you can contact us and then we can help you with that process as well, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, ladies. That's actually all of the questions that I have today. That I hope that we were able to effectively answer all of your questions. We want to start doing this a few times out of the month. We get so many questions from our social media, and it's always good to hear from the OG Energy Ogre experts. These guys have been here since the beginning, and they're the operations managers, but you know, you might even hear them on a phone call. So if you hear Jane, Maria, or Judelle, just make sure to give them a friendly hello. But if you guys have any other questions or anything else that you'd like us to answer on the next show, just drop it down in the comment section. We always love to hear from you. And as always, be cool, stay kind, and do great things. It's the Ogre Way.